lifetime in repeat.
Hey guys, my name is Delicaster54 and welcome back to another Apex Legends lore video. Now, in light of the new reveal by EA and Respawn of Loba being the new character to be introduced in Season 5 Fortune's Favour, I wanted to make a video about the simulacrum that Loba is chasing and hunting down, Revenant. Now, I'm going to be doing a full lore video on Loba when her lore is officially revealed to us, but I wanted to add some of Loba's lore in this video as it connects to Revenant, so technically this is a Revenant and Loba lore video. Either way, let's get into the lore. Originally from the world Solace, Revenant was the best hitman the Mercenary Syndicate ever had. He used to look in the mirror and see a human face looking back. This all changed when his programming finally failed, and he saw what the Mercenary Syndicate and Hammond Robotics had turned him into. He was resurrected as a simulacrum, taking him from death's embrace multiple times while reprogramming him to forget every time he died and the lives he had before. This was known as the ego retention system, which helps to ensure the simulacrum's mental stability by making them see their former selves when looking in the mirror. For those who don't know what a simulacrum is, they are not the same as androids and cyborgs. While cyborgs are organic beings that are enhanced by machinery and androids are entirely mechanical, a simulacrum is a robotic soldier with a human mind. If you want to know more about things like simulacrums, then let me know in the comments below and I'll look into making a lore video about them. After seeing what he had become, Revenant swore that he would hunt down every last person who made him what he is. Sadly, more than 2 centuries had passed, so everyone who did this to him had died, or at least that's what he thought. When Hammond Robotics returned to the Outlands, Revenant's thirst for vengeance was renewed, and he won't stop until everyone connected with Hammond Robotics was dead. This is the reason why he murdered the supposed legend Forge on live TV. Revenant used to need a reason to kill, but he's not that man anymore and so doesn't need a reason. This is where Loba comes into the story. Loba is the daughter of the criminal couple Marcos and Alanza Andrade. Marcos reserved himself a table at an expensive restaurant on the planet Olympus for himself, his wife, and his daughter, Loba. Marcos had evaded the authorities so much and managed to get away with multiple heists that made him as rich as he was. This led to a bounty being put on him, and Revenant was the one to answer. Revenant then went to the restaurant and killed Marcos, Alanza, and all the guards that were there to protect Marcos and his family. After Revenant completed his mission, he fled without a trace of where he went. Loba was then left grieving over her dead father's body. Loba went on to be put through the adoption system, finding a new family while she grew up. As she got to a mature age, she then became the thief she was born to be, just like her father. During the Legacy of a Thief trailer for Apex Season 5, Loba mentions how something was still missing. This was her revenge on Revenant. Loba and her techie friend finally managed to track down the location of Revenant, and this is where Loba's story truly begins. In a recent post on Instagram, Apex revealed a photo of a bar with this message attached: "Famous art connoisseur spotted in Solace City." Loba Andrade, known throughout the Outlands as a trendsetter and art aficionado, was spotted in Solace City this week. Some might not think twice if they saw Miss Andrade in the skyways of Malta or the avant-garde galleries of Gaia. But what brings her to Solace City, where the Apex Games memorabilia is the hottest commodity? Now, Solace City is where Revenant is from, and as it said, Solace City is known for its Apex Games memorabilia, so expect to see this in the launch trailer for Season 5. Sadly, this is all the lore on Loba so far, but I will be making a couple of follow-up videos on Loba when more of her lore is revealed. Anyway, back to Revenant. Loba was able to locate Revenant due to his involvement in the Apex Games, but how did he get there? Revenant was placed into the games as a way to control him and make sure he doesn't give the new Hammond Robotics a bad name. A conversation between Jacob Young and Cheryl Amaki clarifies this. They mention how Revenant was created by their predecessors, the original Hammond Robotics, or as they're more commonly known as, the IMC, and how Revenant is the only simulacrum living in the Outlands that has gone psychotic. Cheryl Amaki then says that they should find a way to get him into the Apex games, as to allow him to murder as much as he likes without it causing any bad press for the new Hammond Robotics, as well as keeping him from murdering any more people connected with Hammond Robotics and the Mercenary Syndicate. To get Revenant into the Apex games, they had to find a loophole that would stop the second place qualifier from entering the games in Forger's place, and instead place Revenant within the tournament. In the loading screens that came with the Season 4 Battle Pass, we get a more detailed look into what Revenant was feeling when he realised his change. Now, I'd like to apologise for my Revenant impression, but it felt right to do it, like I felt like I had to. It's not the best, and that's especially because I'm not making any alterations to my voice, which obviously they do in the game itself.
Your first terrific thought is, where's my tongue? Never mind the piece of elevator in your neck, or the fact that you're not in any pain. Why don't you have a tongue? That's when you see it. A blip at first, like static in the air. A glitch, and within the glitch, a face. A new face. Nah, not new. It's the face that chases you in your nightmares. The face that leaves you twisted in sweat-soaked sheets. Except this isn't a nightmare. It's a mirror. And that's not your nightmare. It's your reflection. This is the moment the program breaks down. When you realize what you are. And the next thought you have sends a bolt of ice down your spine that will stay with you forever. Who gives a crap about not having a tongue when you no longer have a mouth? Everything you know is a lie. The toothbrush on your sink, lie. The coffee on your nightstand, lie. The bacon in your fridge, lie. Is anything real? Yes. Lots of things are real. Like that time you drowned because no one heard you banging against the ice. Or when that bomb went off and you learned what it felt like when your eyeballs melted in their sockets. Or the time you refused to beg for your life, even as the knife plunged into your chest and you heard that sound of your own skin tearing, and the blade scraping against the bone inside you. Hitmen don't die peacefully in their sleep. Hundreds, thousands of these horrific deaths crash into you all at once. Someone must pay. Must suffer. That's when you know your first stop. That's when you go to the syndicate. His name is Lo, and he's sniveling about his kids. You roll your eyes if you had eyes, because now you understand. They're just bags of blood and tissue. Goop dressed in suits of skin. They're nothing, like you were nothing. You dip a finger into the open wound on his leg and run a finger along a tendon like a bow on a violin string. He screams that he'll tell you. You lean in, his tears sparkling from the glow of your eye sockets. It was the cleanest kill, he blubbers. Just enter the mark's name in the program. Day later, they're dead. Completely untraceable. The perfect crime. You break his nose on the H on your hand plate, and Hammond, Lo whimpers that they made the parts. That's all. You decide to teach Lowell a thing or two about parts, starting with delivering Lowell's to his kids personally, before moving on to Hammond Robotics. You break the Hammond technician's spine on a bed of honeysuckle. He told you everything. How you're uploaded into a new shell upon death, memories wiped, lather, rinse, repeat. Except hard drives are never really erased, and everyone knows, when you make a copy of a copy, quality breaks down, blood trickles from the tech's mouth. You've been there, except you don't have blood. What was it then? It tasted like pennies when you took a right hook. You snicker. Of course, your faceplate. It's copper-plated. Ha! Now that's funny. You ask the tech how long it's been. He points to bloody files nearby. You scan it. Earliest Revenant upload was 2420, 288 years ago. Your Dr. Frankensteins have been dead for over 2 centuries. A luxury you're not allowed. This is hell, and you're eternal. You wake the tech up. You're about to take 288 years of pent-up rage out on him. It's not fun if he isn't conscious. Now there are no more lies, and soon, no more Hammond. You target one Hammond facility after another, and the skin suits are too busy waging war to care. They blame the militia, write the dead off as casualties of war. It's not really a lie. It's someone's war, just not theirs. When you slit the last employee's throat, now what? Whatever your heart desires, I suppose. Except you don't have a heart, and all you desire is what you were programmed to do in the first place. Ain't that a bitch? Question: who gets to die next? Answer: anybody you want. This is the Outlands, baby. There's no law, no order, and you're the boogeyman. Or at least you will be, soon enough. So, when somebody vanishes without a trace, that's you. When a murder goes unsolved, that's you. Your revenge isn't aimed at one person. It's aimed at every person. It's aimed at any person. An endless supply of skin suits, and so much time to kill. What are you waiting for, little simulacrum? Get to work.
So there you have it, the lore surrounding Revenant in Apex Legends, and also a little bit of Loba's lore too. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more Apex lore and gameplay. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay classy, guys. Peace.